American Humane Therapy Dog. Brought to you by Chicken Soup for the Soul Pet Food, the official pet food of the Hero Dog Awards.
I am part of Lilo's Promise Animal Rescue. We take in medical needs and behavioral issue dogs. I foster the emaciated dogs for our rescue. When I first picked up Aladdin at the shelter, he was severely emaciated. He was basically a skeleton. He couldn't control his bowels. Both of his back legs had been broken, his tail was broken in multiple spots, and he was missing 12 teeth. He was definitely the worst dog that I had taken at that point for our rescue. And the fact that a person did this to him, you know, it's hard to take that in.
We saw Aladdin back in June of 2013 for the first time.
Come on, buddy. Here you go. Come on.
Came in just all emaciated, bones showing, you know, he had trouble walking. He was also anemic. He had poor red blood cell count, malnutrition. Most of these injuries would probably be from negligence.
He was not a dog fighting dog. He was not a bait dog. He just unfortunately had a bad owner. And he had a very long road medically. I know. Does that hurt?
If Aladdin had stayed on the streets much longer, he would have been dead.
Aladdin fit so well into my house with my kids and my other 3 dogs that he was at an adoption event, and it suddenly occurred to me what my house would be like without him. I had never thought about keeping him, but I couldn't imagine him not being there.
But our Bill Anderson met Aladdin and his mommy.
Michelle Schaefer-Stevens reached out to me about her little dog Aladdin, and immediately I was drawn in because his story is amazing. It's about resilience, it's about forgiveness, and it's about perseverance. So I did a big Facebook post on it, and it went viral. Here's this little dog that was completely broken by a human being, yet he still had all this love for human beings.
And that's what made me first think about him being a therapy dog. A therapy dog is a dog that provides service to other people, not to the owner. Aladdin goes out to hospitals, schools, nursing homes, does hospice work. Hi, Aladdin. Aladdin is an ambassador for Ronald McDonald House. We've been visiting there for 3 years.
Come on, Aladdin, let's go help these kids.
Come on, buddy.
The Philadelphia Ronald McDonald House is basically, it's a home away from home for families who have kids in treatment at the hospital.
Are you ready? Yeah. Well, tonight we have our guests back again tonight. It's Aladdin, and Michelle and Roz brought him
In
down.
2005, my daughter had a couple of surgeries starting that year going forward. When we met Aladdin, he was so cute. Oh my gosh, he was the sweetest dog.
You want to give him another one? He gets to work with the kids that are sick, that have had surgery, chemotherapy.
And he just makes the kids feel comfortable. I honestly believe that he senses these things.
A lot of times they have animals at home that they can't bring, so he makes amazing connections.
My wife and I and my daughter, my 6-year-old daughter here from Charlotte, North Carolina, we haven't seen our dog in a couple of months now. My baby that's in the hospital had a rough day, and my oldest child was able to come home this evening and was able to play with Aladdin and feed Aladdin, and just to see the look on her face meant a lot to me today.
Aladdin's really silly.
Aww. Animal abuse is like a daily part of my life. I mean, we see it every day and we hear it every day. We had previously had a dog in our rescue last year that I fostered for almost 3 weeks, and he died. And I went to court to testify, and his owner got a $200 fine, which is the equivalent of a traffic ticket. And that was just as heartbreaking for me as seeing the dog die.
House Bill 1238 in the Pennsylvania legislature is the most comprehensive, sweeping animal protection law in the history of this state.
Aladdin was a lobbyist for House Bill 1238. We went up to Harrisburg and we met with different senators and representatives, and we told Aladdin's story, so they actually had an example of what abuse is and what it does.
No one should be allowed to get away with cruel animal treatment. No one should be allowed to get away with the neglect of animals, and now thanks to this statute, they won't be able to get away with it.
When we were invited up, Aladdin and I, to come and watch the bill being signed into law, that was, for me, one of the most amazing things I ever did. I mean, to see that our work came to fruition and to watch him sign that bill and change the lives of every animal in Pennsylvania, that was amazing. Aladdin has changed my life in so many ways. He brings so much joy to myself and my kids. He's brought some amazing people into my life, and to watch the joy that he brings to other people, it never gets old.